Short formation lap today, folks. We are starting very quickly.
What the fuck?
I don't know, but you got to quit talking about it because you're bringing me down, and I'm trying to have a good time watching racing.
I'll go buy a new TV right fucking now. I don't care what my wife says. I'm not putting up with this shit.
My God. Here we go, folks. Get ready for green. 45 minutes of racing. Pro Class Xbox Assetto Corsa Competizione at Donington Park today. And off we go. Down into T1, 2 and 3 wide.
Oh. Mux and Stolowski getting through that first corner.
A hard run up front. So we jump out front. Mux Kuth having run away with it. Stolowski now battling electric ECC. Folks, this is what happens when an immovable object hits an unstoppable force right here. And a spin out in the back.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is.
That's Daddy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Daddy spun it right out. Let's get back here on Stolowski and the battle with him and electric.
What?
Through that chicane, a very fast left-right. Extremely fun to get to hit properly, that's for sure. So we take a walk back here to keep our eyes on the hairpin. We've got some side-by-side action. McAlpin. An A2 flying Jim. McAlpin able to edge him out, coming down to cross that start-finish line for the first time today. Mux Kuth now opening it up on Stolowski.
Steadfast headed into the pits on the first lap.
Yes, he did. So obviously some action we missed. You know what I just realized? I didn't even notice it before.
I have no idea.
No Nat JB and no Bode Cardinal.
Yep, true. Yeah, he did say, Bode did say something about wanting to know what races could be dropped. I think he was busy today. I know he's looking forward to defending his title, so I don't think he's going to miss very many.
Gotcha, okay. I didn't even realize that both of those guys were out. Gankin in chat asks, why the short formation? Gankin, probably because the long formation has not yet been set up.
That, and everybody was kind of complaining about it, it seemed like. I don't mind it. My tires come out hotter, but it seemed like after every race, somebody was like, why are we doing this? So, unless everybody wants it back, I'm not putting it back in. If they want it back, I will absolutely put it back in.
Namaste Maru now on the inside around the hairpin, looking to get past Kipster in that bright yellow Audi.
Steadfast pit was not exceptionally long.
No. That's weird.
Why is it not requiring a pit stop?
I don't know. Stolowski now, electric having made the pass, gotten in front of Stolowski. Stolowski now pushing on the back end again with B-Fife right there with him. Mux Kuth quickly pulling away. Stan Lee says, bring it back, Red. Gankin, Stan Lee, and Epic all saying it should be back, Red. Listen, Red, here's what the lesson you take away from this.
I'm okay with that.
But listen, here's the lesson you take away from it.
Don't listen to anyone?
No, well, whether you put it in or don't put it in, somebody's going to question it.
That's true.
Either way, you can't win, so you might as well just do whatever Red wants to do. That would be my suggestion, but that's me.
It's set to have one. What the...
Don't change it now because you'll bounce it.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the settings because I was like, I know I put it in there, and I did.
Yeah. B-Fife now pushing up on the back end of Stolowski. In that bright red Ferrari.
All I have to say is February can't come soon enough.
Be curious. Yeah, but here's the thing. It'll be curious to see how that works because a public lobby They didn't say servers, right? They said
They
public
kind of
lobbies.
elaborated on it the next day, so
Did
I'm
they?
pretty sure. Yeah.
Like, are you going
I'm
to
like
get
90%
access?
sure that's what they're looking at. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get access to settings that we would need to be able to hold these races, is what I'm saying.
Right. I
Okay.
think so. That's what it sounded like.
I mean, look, to me it wouldn't be that hard. It's a JSON
I'm
file.
guessing it has a lot to do with the fact that this hasn't worked out well. Like,
Yeah.
and
Well-
nobody can look at this and see the complaints they've had and say, "Oh, this was a good idea."
Well, here's the
It just
thing.
hasn't.
Here's the thing I don't understand. It's a JSON file, right? JSON
Right.
files have a standard structure. It would be very easy to build a graphical menu on the Xbox that you can walk through to go, yep, I want that, set password, boom, I'm done. Right? It just writes the JSONs and stands up the server. It's not complicated.
Well, I mean, as you know, that's what they do on the PC servers.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not going to pretend to understand it. I thought it was some magically hard, difficult thing to do, but we all know I'm technologically challenged.
No, and
But when you and Huffman are setting stuff up, and I'm like, well, do you have to go into the JSON file and do that? He's like, no, it's a switch. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
And that's because on PC, that's because of a third-party application, right? What I'm saying is even on Xbox, it would not be hard to tie those two things together. It just doesn't seem overly complicated, right? It's a standard format.
Right, I don't
If
get
you
it.
know the standard, you can write anything you want to it. B-Fife still riding the rear end of Stolowski, keeping it tight as we head back down through.
Man alive!
Steadfast still running in last after an early pit stop. A little unsure
that
why.
Chief?
It might have been. I really don't know. Chief kind of left us due to TV problems. I just punched
Sorry.
it. I just punched it enough times until it started working.
Well, guys, we need to kind of keep track of who pits and who doesn't, I guess. I don't honestly know what to do with that because it was set up to do what it was supposed to do. So.
Let me ask you this: when did you set the pit stops? Today?
Yeah, no, I set them like 3 days ago.
Did you bounce the server since then?
Oh, like a half a dozen times.
Okay.
It's in there
I've
set
just
for one
noticed.
pit. That's what I looked. I looked at the settings. It's set for one pit stop and it requires fuel and tire change.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the problem is.
It's
Other
a
than
G
it's
portal
G
server.
portal, and they hate me.
Jesus.
What are you?
Holy
What is
hell,
he doing
Chief.
now?
There we go.
Listen, this is a professional organization. If you can't get your shit together,
It's fucking
You
not professional, and my TV's broken.
speak for yourself, sir. My TV's working just fine. Oh, it's like
The only
trying
thing
to...
that's broken for me today is my lap times, because I struggling to go back and forth.
Red, it's like trying to herd cats.
It is.
That's all I'm saying. Donkey Pete with not the strongest showing we've seen him in. Now, again, in a new car this season in that Porsche. But currently sitting in 11th behind A2 Flying Jim. We usually see a stronger performance out of him, but nothing wrong with looking to take out a new car and see what you can do with it. Electric now having opened up over Stolowski, but B5 still less than just over half a second behind Stolowski.
I'd like to
at this
point out that I feel like I started a trend here.
With what?
Like 2 seasons ago, there was no Lamborghini ever.
True.
This race, we have 3.
That's true. But Chief
Just
could say
saying.
the same thing about the Bentley because our last pro season, every race had 5 Bentleys in it. So the trend could be,
Yeah,
in
but
fact,
there's
that
always
people
been
like to
somebody
change
in the
cars and they don't care what anybody else does.
There's always been somebody in the Bentley.
True. I think my next one will be the Mercedes.
There,
'Cause
the
I-
stream's up.
I chose the Lambo simply because no one else drove it, and I thought if I can beat somebody in a car they're incapable of driving, it's a
That's why I
bit of
took the
mental
Bentley, and
warfare.
now everyone drives it.
There we go, folks. Camera 2 finally operational. Let's
Good
switch
God.
over to Chief's view real quick
Jesus.
as we continue to watch B5 try and chase down Stolowski. Or again, as we call him, Beefy.
Beefy.
While we do that, we'll walk down through in the top of the order. Mux Kuth still leading after 6 laps, opening it up over 2 seconds now above Electric. ECC making his return in Season 8. Stolowski running in 3rd. Again, followed closely by B-Fife.
Look, I just gotta say, my TV's not working. I burnt my eggs. I burnt my steak. I have no coffee creamer left. I'm out of weed. I'm in a bad mood today, Wilson. Bad mood.
It sounds to me like you should take your ass back to bed, is what it sounds like.
Probably should have never gotten out of bed.
Yeah, I don't think you should have ever gotten up. Q-Bar currently running in 5th with new racer Ice Gaming RSA following behind in 6th. McAlpin switching over to that Bentley this season from the Porsche. Currently number 7. Max Charb sitting in 8th.
B5 is right on the back of Stolowski.
We are watching. A2 Flying Jim currently running in 10th with Donkey Pete 11th, followed up by Namaste Maru, McDaddy XL, and Steadfast currently running in 14th after a one-lap pit stop.
Well, we all know my internet's challenged, so I have to choose. I can either view the race on Xbox or I can watch the stream, but I cannot do both.
That's okay. Well, that's why now with Chief up and running, we have 2 views. We have Chief's view, which is on B5 and Stolowski, which we're on now, and then mine, which is just following Electric, sitting in 2nd right now, as I try and find...
Without Nat and Bode Cardinal here, it's pretty close at the front, too.
Yeah, as I try and keep an eye out to find the next battle.
Yeah, hold on. I'm pulling up the stream, and then I'll be good to go.
Always a class act here at Green Hell Racing, folks. Every day.
Always on time. Always
That's right.
Professional.
Always ready to go.
Always on time.
Oh,
always
and then there's my voice.
And then you should like totally crank that up so that we can hear you 4 times.
What else can go wrong today? Ah!
Oh boy. Somebody send Chief some creamer or medicinal purposes, weed, something.
Whatever, something. He needs something, and nobody's quite sure what. Anybody in the chat wants to head over to Chief's stream and just give him some love, that might be a good idea right now. I don't know if it'll help or not, but it's worth a try.
Oh!
B-Fife and Stolowski, our current battle. Fife trying to push it hard.
He almost took him out there. He took to the side to keep from hitting him.
And Fife a clean racer. He's not going to push Stolowski off the track to get that position. That I guarantee. Hey, you want to get that map out of the way?
Talking to me?
No, the other
Well, he ain't
guy.
talking to me.
Fife now, with that little incident back in the hairpin, has pulled back just a little bit. Now just under 1 second. Gets you a little shooken up when things like that happen, right?
A little bit.
Namaste Maru coming up on the back end of McDaddy.
But he's right there again. He is just a lot faster in that into the 2nd sector and into the 3rd.
Yeah,
and I noticed that yesterday. You got some you would have cars that would be way faster in the 1st sector, and I could struggle to keep up with them, and then I would close the gap in the 2nd. Some of them must just not like those high-speed corners in the 1st sector, I guess.
T1 screws with my emotions, I can tell you that.
It's tough. Yeah, that's a tough. You got to hit it right, or you might as well just not hit it at all.
Yeah. After that, though, coming down the hill, and then you're in 5th. You come around that tight, fast left-hander to slow down into the right. If I catch that one right, I enjoy going back up the hill there. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where Fife is struggling, is that last turn. That's where the gap gets bigger. Because you can't swing too wide, but you can't take it too tight either, or you're losing all your momentum.
Yeah.
Because it's off camber. You've got to find that happy spot. And look at that. Once again, right back.
Yeah. He's losing him in
Same
sector
corner,
3, but he's catching
with him again.
Yep, he's catching right back up every lap.
Which is, yeah, I guess that makes sense, because the passes I made yesterday were from that fast right hand.
Okay.
Going down into that.
Namaste Maru still chasing down McDaddy. I would say overall, so far, a very clean, very calm race. Most of our drivers, very few battles. Got a few tight ones here right now. B5 now 1.4 off of Solowski's pace, so it's opened up just a little bit. Solowski maybe starting to push. Electric now 2.7 off the back end of Mux Kuth. We come around again for the start-finish line. Namaste Maru right on the back end of Daddy. I hate his name so much. I'm just going to start calling him Peanut Butter. I don't care what it says over the car.
I mean, we still need Taints to come back.
No,
my
we don't.
favorite broadcasting was Taints has the run.
Oh, my God. Maru going a little wide coming out of T1 now and has backed off of Mr. Peanut Butter. But again, same kind of story, right? Coming back up the hill, those fast corners, and he's able to close right back up on him. So we jump back up and take a look at B Fife. Chasing down Stolowski. And Fife unable to make any sort of headway at this point.
Ooh, Namaste's taking it to Peanut Butter.
Yep, got him.
Hairpin.
Namaste on the inside. Daddy, gonna come up side by side now.
Not yet.
I just want to know.
Oh,
Daddy's shooting deep.
Oof.
Daddy went deep
himself.
and just pushed too far into that second hairpin, giving Maru the pass. At least able to keep it clean through there.
That's where I always fuck up, personally. I always brake way too late in that corner.
Yeah, yep. I struggled Friday night trying to find the right brake point because
I'll keep that in mind for
you've got the
about 30 minutes or so.
Well, you've got the curb, right, that you can use as a brake marker. But
Yeah,
if I went too far into it, I would go too deep into the corner, and if I tried to back it off the next lap, it was too early, and I was having to accelerate again into it. It was very hard to find that just the right sweet spot to be able to catch that.
Yeah, that's one of those corners that just takes laps to get down. That one and the one up the hill to the right, blind, you have to just have a feel for it.
Yep. You got to hit that. Yeah, same thing because you're coming into that blind, right? So.
Yep.
Oh, when you're braking uphill?
Yeah.
Let's go on board with Mux Kuth. Jesus, thank you. That's where PC is superior because I can just click the camera that I want. I don't need to like scroll through all of them 7 times to find the right one. Drives me nuts.
You got Steadfast as a back marker.
With McAlpine's first race as a pro, he's in the points. Well, I guess everyone gets points now.
Yeah, everybody's not, sir.
As we watch Mux Kuth come into that blind corner Red and I were just speaking about, and you see there, knowing where to hit that brake point is not easy.
Just like having kids and trying to race in a league is not easy.
Yep.
Oh, McAlpine's driving the Bentley too, but I didn't even notice that.
If I thought for a minute that Chief could calm down about TVs and missing marijuana and burning steaks and eggs, I would say you should put your kids on here, Red. They'd be great little commentators. I think they would. I think it'd be great commentators with us. It'd be awesome.
You better be careful about my burnt steak, or I'm gonna burn you at the stake next.
Listen, I'm just saying, Red's kids don't need to hear about F this and F that over my steak.
Red's kids use dirty, naughty cuss words, so you don't be telling me what they need to do when they go here.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. As we head back, Kipster. Kipster. Now Kipster putting pressure on McDaddy XL, Mr. Peanut Butter. McDaddy having gone deep into that second. Yeah, see? See, here's the thing, Dark Knight. Just like on Discord, you're showing up to cause nothing but trouble. If you join the races weekly, you'd understand that channel point redemptions during races are verboten because the focus is on the drivers. Off you
Dark
go.
Knight, you asshole.
Wow. I can't even handle Irish ding-dongs today.
What if those have like clover filling in them instead of just
my
regular cream filling?
God.
Irish ding dongs.
Yeah.
What? They're green.
No, they're filled with potatoes.
I just can't even. I can't. I'm glad people are coming to watch. I'm glad Dark Knight's here to watch, but it's every race. It's right there on the start. It says, don't redeem channel points. It's not going to work. Do that come back during the week. I'll do you push-ups during the week. I'll be happy to do them. I need to do them because I'm out of shape and I need to do that. But not during race time. Jesus, Red.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My lungs are having...
Got me lit up. With Dark Knight coming in, getting me lit up, and now you're coughing. I can't even anymore. Cat's over here just looking at me.
R.I.P.
B-Fife now into the pits. Electric now within a second of Mux Kuth, having closed up that gap. As we go into the fast downhill.
No.
Electric pushing hard too. A little bit of a slide there as he came around. Now, Red, how do you look to square the fact that some people went into the pits and others did not? Do you subtract time from the guys that did?
Something we're going to have to figure out, I guess. We've had this issue before, and I don't remember what we did because it was too long ago.
It's been a long time. Maybe G-Portal got their stuff together.
It's been a long time since we got so angry that we completely dropped the server until they forgot we were there and started again.
Yeah, true.
I think we reran the race last time, Red.
I want to say you're right. I would like to think we've come up with a better way. This is a fairly short pit, I would think.
Yeah.
We could just keep track of the ones that didn't, and...
A2 Flying Jim now into the pits.
That's two. Guess I should be writing this stuff down, huh?
Steadfast, B-Fife, and A2 Flying Jim. All three of those have gone into the pits at this point. Although, of course, we'll have to find out from Steadfast why he went in, because he did dive in after only one lap. So... there we go, folks. At the halfway point now. Jump over and take a look at Chief's screen.
I was going to say, I don't want to break the game, but you could jump into the voice chat and remind people. But you'd also cause a massive lag spike, probably.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Electric now putting the pressure on Mux Kuth. Either Mux thought he had it and backed off, or Electric has decided to step up his pace, but that gap has slowly closed over the last two laps.
Yeah, TG said we reran the race last time.
Yeah.
So far we've got Max, Stead, A2, and who else?
Yeah, Steadfast, B-Fife, and A2. Yeah, Steadfast, A2 Flying Jim. And we now have Nap King 1992 joining the track. That's curious.
Max just pitted.
Max Charb.
Yeah, I got him. I have Max, Stead, Flying Jim, and B5.
Yep.
So as we hit the halfway point, folks, let's take a quick look here. We'll continue to focus on Electric. Max Charb breaking out of the pits right next to Electric and Mux. That got real curious.
They both handled that nicely. That could have been bad.
That could have been very bad. Max Charb pulling it back just a little bit to make sure he didn't interfere. At the halfway point, Mux Kuth running in first. Electric ECC chasing him down now, having closed that gap quite a bit. Stolowski sitting in third, 2.5 off the pace with Q-Bar in fourth. Ice Gaming, again.
The pits.
There you go, McAlpin into pits. Ice Gaming RSA, a new racer with us this season. in 5th. McAlpin currently headed into the pits in number 6 with Donkey Pete in number 7. Namaste Maroon number 8, McDaddy XL 9th, and Kipster currently running in 10th. And to run down the rest of the order, B Fife, Max Charb, Steadfast, A2 Flying Jim, all having pitted and now running at the back of the pack, so we will watch and see how that plays out. And again, Nap King 1992 has joined the race, sitting in the pits, but I don't know who that is.
I'm not sure where he belongs.
I don't know that he belongs anywhere if he joined halfway through the race.
Well, that's my point. I don't know if he's a pro or am. I think he's new. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So he may just be confused. You'll have that. We've had a lot of new people in the last week or two that haven't seen how we do. So, and Q-Bar pits.
There you go. TG said he's also tracking who pits. So.
Okay, good. He's probably going to be way more accurate, but we'll give it a shot.
Now I'm going to make a call here, and y'all can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm going to make a call right now. Stolowski's not going to pit.
Probably not.
No.
Electric is not going to pit.
No.
I mean, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up taking probably a few of these cars, look how long their pit was, average it out, and add it to the people that didn't. That seems to me to be the fairest way to do it, because some people are going to hit their pits perfect and some of them aren't. Just average it.
I think it's a fair way to do it.
And like I said, I have it set up to do it. I'm going to bump the server and hopefully it works for race, but I can't. I give up with that.
Kipster in the Audi taxi cab. Currently running in 9th today.
Q-Bar didn't drop too much. He came out in 8th. Oh, 9th.
Q-Bar in the Lexus. Not driving the Bentley this season. TG says that Nap King belongs in AM, so...
That's what I figured. Confused. He's just a little confused.
Yep. Well, he'll figure it out when the server bounces.
That's
or
right.
if he goes out on track and... Yeah, or if he goes out on track and becomes the ultimate backmarker.
Oh, God. Please no. So far, he stayed in the pits, and we're good. Let's keep it that way.
I agree. Electric keeping it to under 1 second over Mux, or under Muxkuth, I should say, and of course it updates and is just over 1 second as I say that, as typically happens in this.
Ice Gaming in the pits. Donkey in the pits.
Donkey Pete into the pits. See, and isn't that what it comes down to? Now, the people I named that I said would not go into the pits, everybody knows they're supposed to.
Right.
Yeah, how many times have we done this?
But I'm going to say...
I pit stop. I guess we don't have to do it.
And that's the thing. I'm saying somebody's going to sit there and go, well, it's green. I guess I can just keep driving.
Yeah. We didn't set the mandatory pit stops in a pit stop, right? You read the fucking instructions.
Mac Daddy.
Daddy into the pits now, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Actually, they probably didn't read the instructions.
So Muxkuth currently still running in first, followed closely by Electric ECC and Stolowski. Namaste Maroon now up into 4th.
I mean, at this point, you got, 9 people that have pitted? So, most...
Yeah. I'd say as long as over half the field pits, you just, like you said, average the time, add it to those that didn't.
B5 back up into 6th.
Beefy.
Beefy.
Running strong today.
Beefy 22. Has Namaste pit? I don't think so.
No, I don't have him as pitted.
Namaste.
And again today, a very calm pro race. Not a lot of battles. Electric still right now sticking to the back of Muxkuth. But even there, not really pushing at this point.
Kipster came in.
Is there a driver's meeting before the AM race, Red?
Yep. It's going on the list.
Might want to let them know, just in case the server doesn't decide to update itself. Yes, you still have to pit, even if it's green there, Goombas.
I think most of these guys know. Mux knows. Stolowski knows. That's all right. It's not that huge of a deal.
They're the only ones who have a pit now, right?
Right.
The top four.
Top four, yeah. TG said the same thing. Top four have yet to pit.
If TG says it's right, we've done our job correctly.
I think so. I think this
is
right. That makes this a successful broadcast, doesn't it?
Yeah. We kept track of all the pit stops.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not quite sure why he's not racing today, but he's probably told me and I've forgotten. So honestly, that's on me too.
Because he murdered his ISP provider and they haven't given him new service yet.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's talking on his phone right now.
I think there was a reason, and he mentioned it, but I've had a cold all week, so I'm going to blame it on coldness.
Epic, my man, I got no idea what you're talking about, buddy. I'm sorry. Electric now within half a second of Muxkuth. As we come down to the final 15 minutes of today's race, we're waiting for the top four drivers, Muxkuth, Electric, ACC, Stolowski, and Namaste Maru, to head into the pits for that mandatory stop.
They're going to do it.
I have my doubts, yeah.
Well, Electric and Mux again running right by. No pit stop. Stolowski running right by with no stop.
Well, especially at this point, you probably don't have time to pit and get out in your same spot.
No.
They should have done it earlier.
Electric continuing to apply pressure to Muxkuth as we watch. TG says he's going to Nord. Oh my God, I'm not saying that word because y'all just going to yell at me. Pete's going to Pete's going to watch the stream afterwards and be like, "You didn't say it right again."
I'll say it. He's going to the Nordschleife.
There,
right?
thank you. Tomorrow.
Got a bump.
We got a wicked bump. Electric now stops in the middle of the track. Stolowski around.
Don't stop in the middle of the track. What are you doing?
I get what he's trying to do and let him back on track, but not in a blind corner.
Yeah, no. And we
Namaste
caught that one.
Pits.
Namaste Maru heads into the pits. Stolowski taking up P1 after that bump. Electric trying to do the right thing. Well, Electric trying to do the right thing and give the position back, right? I get what he was trying to do. But you're right. Don't stop in a blind corner. Keep moving. Just slow down and let the driver have it back. You have enough time to do that, right? But Muxkuth now running in second.
Okay, so the real question is, if Stolowski wins and then we give him a penalty for not pitting and it takes away his win, what's going to happen? Because it's going to be fucking funny.
It's going to be a show. And now with Namaste having dropped
some drama.
Now with Namaste having dropped into the pits, it's just our top three who have not yet pitted. Stolowski, I'm sure, feeling very confident right now after seeing that he is in first place faux show, which we know is not necessarily true. Personal gifts in the chat that you can unlock with points are what they're called, the ones you make for your sub-season chat. You're talking about emotes. This channel has emotes. If you guys would like channel emotes, that's very simple. Just subscribe. Support the channel. That's all I'm saying. Bring these races every week. PC, Xbox. Run a server. If you want to support us. That's the way I contribute to the community. I don't ask anybody to do that, though. No one has to do that. Everyone is always welcome to come and watch the races free of charge. Just come enjoy it. But if you want any of that extra stuff, you're going to have to subscribe, Epic. I'm sorry.
Like we've said before, everybody has Prime. If you've got Prime, use that subscription here.
There you go.
It's simple. It doesn't cost you anything.
Literally costs you nothing.
I mean, the hobo living outside the back door of Walmart has Prime. Come on now.
Probably. And TG says, say it.
Whatever he's demanding. Your British equivalent is.
He's demanding that I say it. Nordschleife. I don't know. I'm not.
So that he's headed to the Nordschleife, huh?
Yeah, he's headed to the Nordschleife.
Well,
Good for him, though. I
good
have
for
a map.
him.
I have a poster of that track on my wall right above my couch. I love it. He should send us stuff.
He sends us stuff all the time. It's constructive criticism. That's
Yeah, no, TG's a good dude. I'm envious that he's able to go there. That's all. I am now disappointed I did not get invited to the concert. Are you having a concert, Red? Is that what's going on?
no. That's just my kids being them.
So now B-Fife running in 4th currently. And again, Mux Kuth now on the tail end of Electric ECC. So Stolowski, Electric, and Mux, the three who have not yet pitted today.
Oh, there goes somebody. Who
As
was it?
Mux dives
Mux.
into the pits. Leaving Electric to run on his own with Stolowski out front. Our last two to not hit that pit stop. We will look and see how long Mux stays in here. See, TG says my pronunciation's fine. It's because I said it wrong a while ago, TG.
That's the answer we go with.
Let me
If
ask you
anyone
a
else
question.
finds fault, you just refer him to TG and be like, here, he'll take care of this.
Yeah, he said it was fine. Let me ask you two a question. What did I say about channel points not 15 minutes ago?
I was just gonna say something.
What did I say about it?
We as a community really need to work on our active listening skills. I think.
I think we
I think
do.
we just ignore the people that don't listen because they're ignoring what we say.
I think, or that, or I'm just gonna start booting people. I don't want to, but I'm just gonna start. Dark Knight, thank you. You know what? I'll thank Dark Knight right now. He said to hydrate. You know what? I'm cool with that. I'm hydrating because there were 3 ice cubes in my whiskey. I'm plenty hydrated. Trust me.
It's three ice cubes, so you're basically drinking water at that point.
Yeah.
Well, once they melt, yeah, but I'd rather have cold whiskey than have to use a water back on it, so I do that.
That's why they have these things called refrigerators. You can throw it in there. It's cold.
Listen, 3 ice cubes.
Then you're not brutalizing the whiskey.
I'm not brutalizing the whiskey anyway. 3 ice cubes and 3 or 4 fingers of whiskey is just perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
It really
If you like water.
No, it's not water. Once it gets to water, you dump it out, but there's not much left by then. How long are you nursing it that you have to turn it to
Days.
water?
I don't put ice in mine.
Well, that's something wrong with you there. 7 minutes left in today's pro race, ladies and gentlemen.
Ignorance is not a defense of the law. You can't go to court and be like, I didn't know speeding wasn't a thing. I just go 100. The judge should be like, fuck you, still a ticket, buddy.
What do you?
I think 100.
What?
That would be still a suspension.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
He said I wasn't here, so I didn't know the channel points was a thing, and
Well,
I said
yeah,
ignorance is not defense of the law.
He was here when I launched the stream today, and it's written right there on the starting soon overlay. It literally says it.
We're here to watch a race, not Molson.
Yeah. If you want to ruin my life, apparently show up on Tuesdays and try and give me a heart attack. That's
Unfortunately, Tuesday evenings I'm usually busy and I can't, or I totally would.
Donkey Pete
I'm
now...
still waiting to subscribe until like a day when I could mess with you and.
Oh my lord. Well, you know what? This coming Friday might be the day. That might be the day you want to. I'm just saying. Donkey Pete now pulling up on the back end of Mick Alpin. Both of them driving cars this year, or this season, that they are not used to.
So Muck still came out in third.
Yep. Muck's in third right now.
Oop, oop, oop! Electric had a little bobble there. He almost lost it.
I like how these guys move their liveries from one car to the next. It makes them easier to recognize when we're in the helicopter view. Well, like Pete did, he took that purple and pinkish livery over to the Porsche he's driving this season. Same with McAlpin, right?
And then you've got me, who tends to change the livery every week. Just
Every other week.
With you. Has nothing to do with you. I never thought of it. I was just like, hey, I can change my car now because I'm not in a Lexus anymore.
Well, I just like the fact that people they enjoy it and they keep with the same one. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ignore me. I'm different. Just under 5 minutes now left against Stolowski. Still leading, but having not pitted along with Electric ECC. Pretty sure I called that a while ago.
Hear the excuses.
Pretty sure I
There
called that
won't
a
be
while
any.
ago.
I mean, they can try, but there's only two people who haven't.
The rest of the entire field pitted, so.
Yeah, Muxkuth in third, having cleared A2 Flying Jim as a back marker with B Fife now 8 seconds off his pace in fourth, and Q-Bar in that Lexus this season 8, running in fifth. As the race runs down here, folks, don't remember. Don't remember.
Don't remember. Whatever you
remember.
do, don't do that.
Don't forget that the AM class race starts right after this. There will be a little bit of a pause in there. I'll throw some music on. I'll throw up a screen for you guys.
I'm going to be doing horribly, so you keep that camera off me. I don't need it.
Well, I will be doing everything I can to focus where the action is, Red. So if you're in the action, we're going to focus on you.
It's not going to be good action. Keep it away.
As we take a look, Chief Blaze focused on Donkey Pete, looking to jump on McAlpin right now as we go on. And Pete didn't stream today. That's very sad that Pete's not streaming. That or the link is bad. Jesus, Chief, really?
Sorry, I forgot I wasn't muted.
Right after he says he's out, too.
Yeah, well, there was like 4 things left in his grinder, and he just decided to get it.
Trying to garner sympathy from everyone, and then...
Look, I'm looking at the last of it. I'm smoking little one-hitters to make it last as long as possible.
Donkey Pete making the play on McAlpin right now. On board. Unable to make that play, though, and gets pulled back now. And before anyone asks, no, I do not believe that Donkey Pete has his race line on. I'm pretty sure Chief did that just to make you all think so.
What I'm finding ironic is this is a complete role reversal. You've got McAlpine, who used to run the Porsche in the Bentley, and Donkey Pete, who used to run the Bentley in the Porsche. This, and going wide.
Yep, Pete goes way wide now. Tossing it off into the sand, trying to make that push right here at the end. Unable to do so. Stanley, no, I am not racing this season.
He's gone to full-time commentator.
I'll be back for season 9. I'm going to have to race at some point, or you guys are going to kick me out.
Hopefully by the time you come back, I have better internet, and I can, stream the amateur race or something. I know, no, there is no substitute for you, because you do a fantastic job, but...
Well, I try. Again, it's like wrangling cats. I got to keep Chief focused here.
True.
I haven't even done anything today.
By that time, Chief will be in PC too, so we'll have...
Yeah.
I'll have help.
Now, Epic in chat saying that Donkey Pete's pedals switched off, so he quickly drops down through the ranks now into number 12.
How does he know that?
I don't know, because unless Pete changed addresses, I don't see his stream up today.
And how does just your pedals switch off? On Xbox. I get it on PC, so before 30 of you message in, there's a separate port. There's not on Xbox. Stop it.
Yeah, Pizza Pete is streaming today, so I don't know why my link isn't working. But, whatever. I guess it didn't work for today.
Nothing can work all the time.
Well, I'm going to have to play with it then. I thought the pop-out would continue to work,
weird.
But apparently they change URLs. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Because Chiefs came right in for our second camera there, focused on Namaste Maru. That turned right up, so I don't know what might have changed with Pete's stream. And here we go, folks. 20 seconds left. Stolowski in the lead on the final lap. But however, let's keep in mind, both himself and Electric neglected to pit stop during today's race. The entire rest of the field did. And those seconds will be added to their times after
It's going to be
the fact.
interesting to see the timetables of where they ended.
Yeah. So again, folks, we're not really going to know who won today's race at the end of it. You'll need to head over to the GHR Discord to find out once that is posted later this week. As we take a look at Mux Kuth coming around for one more lap. Heading down into T1. I will say at least a very calm race today. Now Donkey Pete looking to get up on the rear end of Steadfast for that final lap. This may be where our battle lands for 13th position. Again, folks, be sure and stick here on the channel after the race. I will continue to bring you that AM class race as we watch Chief Blaze and Red Rider head out on track. I will be by myself, but I will bring you all the action I can. We know for a fact that Chief Blaze is streaming today. We will jump to his camera as often as possible to keep an eye on things. Stolowski swerving back and forth across the track like a champion, but we know better. At least not... at least until the times get calculated. And really, the times may stand, right? Because they were still ahead. So if you had an average pit time, it's, you know, depending on how far back Muxkuth was, we'll have to see.
I'm trying to wait because, yeah, it doesn't look like Mux is crossed yet. I'm trying to see what the time difference is, but it's not showing me yet.
Yeah. Take a look at the timetables there. As Muxkuth
there we go.
Across.
The time difference is 38.165.
Yeah.
So that should be what we need to make that work. I don't know how much. We'll have to go back and look at the average, what they took. Because you got 30 seconds once you hit your pit box if you hit it perfectly. So what's it take to drive through? 10? I have no idea.
Yep. We'll have to figure that out. There's a chart. I know TG has a chart out there. He'll have it all calculated before you even...
He's probably got it figured out.
It's probably already
down
all...
the road to Nordschleife. I mean, he's probably already knows. He could probably just put in chat.
He probably just memorizes it.
Honestly.
Stolowski is number 1 with Electric ECC in second. Muxkuth in third. B-Fife coming in number 4. Beefy. Q-Bar in fifth. And Ice Gaming RSA number 6. McAlpin, Max Charb, Kipster, and McDaddy finishing out your top 10 today, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, Maru, Flying Jim.
You're all about to get booted, so we got to figure this server thing out.
No problem, man. Go right ahead. And to everyone in chat who is not racing, again, I thank Red Rider and I thank Chief Blaze for joining me for the Pro Class race.